I scoured the internet looking for yard sale listings. There were two that caught my attention.
Would you want all of it together?
Everything together.
Hey, we're making deals. I'm not trying to display my collection. I want you guys to buy it. You're my guy. I mean, you know vintage toys.
Yeah,
so
I mean, you don't see them like this very often, so it's hard to leave.
Froggy flips.
That's in there. Oh yeah, it is. Top left. Yep.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you? How are you?
A lot of stuff ain't priced if you just ask us. We haven't
Okay.
found out yet.
Okay.
And I do have furniture stuff inside because we are moving.
Okay. I was looking for like vintage toys and stuff like that.
Vintage toys.
Got some stuff
We
over
got
here.
battery operated train set.
Oh, okay.
And all the little houses and things to it.
Cool. That's kind of cool.
Nothing that we really been getting out of the box.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. How much you have on all this stuff?
Hey Todd. Hate to bother you, but how much is all your train stuff?
The two trains, the vintage, I'd give maybe... I tell you, I'd give 15 for those. Oh, these? Oh, you want? Would you want all of it together?
Everything together.
God, I haven't even thought about it. You know, they're unopened and not assembled.
I love the
They're-
boxes.
They're
Yeah.
like store. Apparently, somebody bought them and they never assembled them. They're hard to find online when they're not assembled.
Yeah.
I got them at a church sale.
Oh, wow.
But I would probably let them go for like all of it.
All
I'll
of
give it to you for 50.
$50? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to get like Cash App or anything. So.
Oh, I got cash.
Oh, good. Sweet,
Cool.
sweet, sweet.
Yeah, I'll buy all that. I'll keep looking for a second.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad they're gonna find a good
Yeah,
home.
awesome,
Because I
man.
was gonna list them on eBay, and I was like, crap. Tell you, they are. So these are like the little houses that you use
Sure.
for the train set. They're not assembled.
Oh, cool.
Which is weird because normally that they would buy them and assemble them.
Oh, right.
Whatever, but they have a lot of them have like the price tags on it.
I know.
$1.29 stamped on there. So cool.
Yeah, I always love when you have a sale and you're selling your stuff. You're like, some of you're like, God, I hope that goes to somebody.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an appreciator, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't have Venmo, but I do have Cash App, but I have to set it up. Let me see if I got the app stuff. I think I've got it set up.
There you are, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Good luck on your move.
You just need the.
how's it going, man?
Good morning. How are you?
Looking for anything in particular, gentlemen?
This stuff.
All right, man.
Old toys and stuff.
Hey, we're making deals. So
Yeah? Okay.
This is not a museum. I'm not trying to display my collection. I want you guys to buy it.
Right on, man. Sounds good.
Bundle deals work well for me.
Okay.
You do Instagram stuff then?
Do like YouTube,
Yeah.
toy hunting and stuff like
Nice.
that. Yep.
I sell vintage board games on eBay. Some toys too, but
Yeah.
mainly board games. So then I end up with like just lots of weird stuff. Some things that they're not complete, or there's some damage
Sure.
to them, or they're bulky or whatever.
Right.
We
We're
end up
not doing
some-
the rest of the weekend.
Oh, no?
Our daughter's coming in from out of town.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, let's get the stuff out of here.
Like I said, willing to make deals. So
Okay. So, like, don't talk about every single thing. Just, like, make a little pile maybe or
yeah,
something? Okay.
That would work best. Or
Okay.
if you're kind of curious where my mind is, then yeah, ask me.
Okay.
Here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the old monsters.
I do too, man.
Yeah. So this is a weird thing.
Yeah, I
Here,
was
check
going
that
to
out.
reach over there for that too. That is cool. Air freshener.
Yeah, I guess.
That's amazing. I think I'm ready for you when you get a second. Can I hurry?
Okay, see what you got.
I picked up this whole box. I don't know if you can price the whole box or not.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can dig through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just rather than dig through it.
Right.
I mean, it's got Star Wars and Pokemon. But 20 for that whole box?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and I'd probably go the same on this. So let's say 20 and 20.
40 bucks? Sure, man. That sounds good. Well, let me just make sure then.
Like I said, we're here to sell, so I
Yeah.
know there's some good stuff in there.
Is that G.I. Joe stuff for sale? Or is that?
Nah,
Okay, that's collection.
No.
Didn't think so because it was facing that way.
It sort of ends here, but this is the stuff I've got listed on eBay.
Okay.
So I was pulling out stuff that I had not listed or it was a little bulky. So
Sounds good. So I'll
Yeah.
make sure. Awesome, man. There you go.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
bet. I wish I could sell you more.
I feel like I'm missing a million things. I mean,
Well, you're my guy. I mean, you know vintage toys.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't see them like this very often, so it's hard to
there's a
leave.
lot- there's a lot of good stuff here, depending on if you're in that genre.
Right.
you know?
What's the story with that Matchbox set there? Is it?
It's for sale.
Yeah.
Let me get it out.
There we go.
Yeah, grab that. Open it, do it, yeah. Look through it.
Cool graphics on that one. That's pretty cool. All right. What about this and the two Bionic Man games, or the
Yeah, let's get those out.
Bionic Woman? I mean,
Bionic Woman and
And the-
Bionic Crisis.
yeah.
There's those. Open those up. What would I do for those? I would do. Let's go an additional 20.
20?
Sure.
Sure, that works. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
And we are back in the showroom. So as per usual, I scoured the internet looking for yard sale listings. There were two that caught my attention. They were chock full of the keywords I normally look for. The location and the timing were spaced out just right. I was able to hit both of them, found some really interesting stuff. At 120 bucks all in, it definitely was not a big spending day, but in my opinion, there was a lot of bang for the buck. So real quick, let's take a look at everything. At the first sale, I was able to get all of this vintage model train stuff for $50 total. Now this stuff can certainly be hit or miss, and depending on the situation, there's many times I'll pass right over it, but this lot just seems special, and I think it's just because the boxes are so nice, the kits have not been built, and it's just not the way I normally see this type of thing. So we'll start here with all of these Plasticville kits. I believe they're all from the 1950s, maybe 1960s, and like I said, the boxes are just fantastic. Nothing's been glued, everything is complete, just a really nice collection. Going down the line, we have Independence Hall, we have the two-story Colonial House, we have the U.S. Post Office kit, we have the split-level home, Union Station, the playground with the pool, the switch tower, and lastly the TV transmitting station. And then we have two battery operated train sets. This one is actually remote controlled. It was made in Japan by a company called SSN. I actually cannot find any sort of comp on this particular train set. I'm thinking these types of things were made by several different companies post-war, so it's hard to really track down every specific thing. Still very cool though. Inside it appears to be complete. There are pieces on here that I'm sure got lost over the years, like the little crank on this crane here. It still has the chain on it. This is the remote control that actually attaches to the engine over here. The engine says Silver Train 300 on it. Everything seems very clean, not rusted out at all. I rarely see this type of thing in this condition, so it's very cool in my opinion. It even has this mobile gas car with the little Pegasus logo, which I think is pretty neat. And then this last set is the one that I think is really special for a couple reasons. It's the battery operated Santa Fe train set. If you open it up inside, which once again the box is just delightful on this one. But inside it appears to be unused. I don't see any sort of wear on this thing at all. It looks like it was probably never even removed from the cardboard. Just immaculate condition. All the track is there. The cars are beautiful. It was also made in Japan, but it was made by a company called Alps. Alps is an extremely collectible Japanese brand. They made lots of tin toys, cars and robots and such back in the 50s and 60s. It's the same brand as my TV Spaceman robot back there. So again, just like the other train, can't find any sort of solid comps on this set. Can't find any mention of it anywhere. But to me, when you consider all the factors, I just feel like this is a really special piece. And then the second sale was just full of great stuff. I barely scratched the surface and walked away with this huge pile
for I think 70 bucks all in. There's so much here, and a lot of it is just kind of a if you know sort of situation. So I think the best thing to do is just maybe point out a few things and then show you my few favorite pieces. Grab some vintage board games, which I usually try not to, but once again, the prices were just good. The artwork is fantastic on these, so I figured why not. We have the $6 Million Man Bionic Crisis, and then we have the Bionic Woman board game. I also grabbed this Matchbox Build-A-Road kit. It looks like it's probably mostly complete in there. Thought that was pretty cool. A bunch of random loose figures. Looks like mostly Dragon Ball, some Pokemon, stuff like that. I know people love these Dragon Ball figures, and there are quite a few of them. We have small soldiers. There's Pokemon. We have Skeletor from the New Adventures of He-Man. Got the old clapping monkey. I think that's one from the 90s, but I couldn't resist. It was sitting right next to this vintage robot, which I always buy. Some really cool action figure paperwork. We have a bag of Cops and Crooks paperwork. We have some Sectors card backs, manuals, mini comics. Got a couple Kenner Superpowers card backs. I think we have Aquaman and the Flash here. Mini comics included. I find these figures all the time. Really nice when you can put something like this with the actual action figure. Got the neat Jiggly King Kong figure. Not super vintage. It's from KB Toys, as you can see there. Made by Imperial, 2006. Got this huge pile of super vintage Lego paperwork and a couple of empty boxes. The boxes look great. We have the police boat set 709 and the building set with people number 197. As you know, I'm not a huge Lego guy, but I do like the super vintage stuff, and to find all of this paperwork and these empty boxes, I thought was pretty cool. And again, for the price, why not? Tons of manuals and sticker sheets and instructions and stuff like that. So already, I feel like 70 bucks for all this stuff is a great deal. But then that brings us to my absolute favorite pieces from this sale. Start with these two vintage Pez dispensers. Oddly enough, I have never found footless Pez dispensers. We have Goofy and Popeye. As you can see, they're missing hats, which drastically decreases the value, but there was not a chance I was going to pass up on my very first footless Pez dispensers. A couple old 8mm horror type films. We have The Giant Behemoth, 8mm home movies. The 200-foot horror from the Earth's beginning, burning the human race with its hellfire, crushing the world in its path. Nothing so frightful has ever been seen. And then even better than that, we have The Bride of Frankenstein, Castle Films, 8mm. I mean, how cool is that? And then probably my personal absolute favorite find from the entire day is this vintage air freshener. It's made by a company called Wizard. It's from 1987, I believe. It has a Hills price tag right there, but it's Dracula. Anything vintage monster, I am all over. Unfortunately, it does have this little box crush right here. I don't want to open it. I think it's too cool. Honestly, I don't think these are worth a ton. I saw some on Worth Point sell over the years for like 40 bucks or so. I think it's super cool though. I've never seen anything like it. The 80s were a special time, and I certainly love my monsters. So very cool. Like I said, my favorite find of the entire day.
That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video, but until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.